Love the Eagles as much as we do? Then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. Josh Sweat, defensive powerhouse, has shaken the football world with recent comments that have fans buzzing in both shock and speculation. In an interview that immediately went viral across social media platforms, Sweat admitted that leaving the Philadelphia Eagles might have been one of the biggest mistakes of his career. He spoke with an honesty rarely seen in the professional sports arena, confessing that the decision to depart the team that had nurtured him and celebrated his rise felt, in hindsight, painfully premature. As Sweat described it, there's a unique bond that forms between a player and a franchise, a connection that goes beyond contracts, statistics, and even championships. It's a feeling that the streets of Philadelphia, the roar of the crowd, and the camaraderie in the locker room cannot be replicated elsewhere. Rumors immediately began swirling among analysts and fans alike, speculating whether this statement hints at a potential return or simply a moment of nostalgic reflection. Either way, the football world is abuzz, dissecting every word, every inflection, and every glance Sweat shared during the interview, trying to piece together what the future might hold for this talented and now contemplative athlete. The timing of Sweat's revelation has only fueled further curiosity and speculation. Leaving the Eagles, a team that had invested years in his development and witnessed his progression from a promising rookie to a formidable defensive end, was seen by many as a bold career move. Yet his candid acknowledgement of regret has caused analysts to reconsider what factors may have influenced the decision in the first place. Contract negotiations, coaching changes, team dynamics, or the allure of a new environment could all have played a role. What Sweat revealed is not just a personal confession, but also a lens into the often unpredictable and emotional decisions that athletes face. The reaction online has been intense, with fans sharing clips, tweets, and long-form analysis, debating whether Sweat's words are a prelude to a return, a critique of his current team, or merely an expression of sentimentality for the place where he first made his mark. Sports talk shows and YouTube channels are now dissecting the implications, replaying the moments, and speculating endlessly, turning Sweat's reflection into a story that grows larger by the hour, feeding into the insatiable appetite for insider drama in professional sports. Some insiders suggest that Sweat's comment could spark a major ripple effect in the league, reigniting discussions about loyalty, player movement, and the intangible qualities that make a team more than just a collection of athletes. His admission has reminded fans and players alike that decisions made in the heat of ambition do not always bring the satisfaction or fulfillment expected. There is a palpable sense of longing in Sweat's words, a nostalgia for a chapter that perhaps ended too soon, leaving both him and fans to wonder what could have been. Speculation has already begun regarding potential maneuvers from the Eagles organization, whether they might pursue bringing him back or leverage his admission as a subtle reminder to current players about the bonds and opportunities that exist within Philadelphia. The narrative has taken on a life of its own, as commentators weigh in, social media debates intensify, and the rumor mill churns with possibilities ranging from dramatic returns to career reflection stories, illustrating how a single confession can dominate headlines and shape conversations in ways that statistics and game performance alone never could. The cultural and emotional resonance of Sweat's statements cannot be overstated. In professional sports, where headlines often prioritize contracts, injuries, and on-field achievements, the human element sometimes takes a back seat. Sweat's openness about regret and missed opportunities brings that human side to the forefront, offering fans a rare glimpse into the emotional reality behind the helmet and the jersey. The conversation quickly shifted from speculation about trades or returns to discussions about mental health, career satisfaction, and the psychological toll of high-stakes decisions. Analysts and former players have weighed in, expressing empathy and sharing anecdotes that echo Sweat's sentiments. It's the kind of story that transcends the game itself, touching on universal themes of choice, ambition, and longing, all framed within the high-octane, often ruthless world of professional football. This layer of introspection adds depth to what initially seemed like a simple confession, turning Sweat's words into a case study of the emotional complexities behind a professional athlete's career trajectory. The fan response has been unprecedented, reflecting the unique connection Sweat had with Philadelphia. Supporters have flooded social media with messages ranging from encouragement and nostalgia to strategic speculation about how the Eagles might respond to this revelation. Memes, video compilations of his most memorable plays, and heartfelt messages illustrate just how much Sweat's departure impacted the fan base. Some fans have even suggested organized efforts to welcome him back if the opportunity arises, while others use the moment to debate whether his regret diminishes his current career choices or merely highlights the enduring allure of a hometown connection. The intensity of the reaction underscores the depth of attachment fans feel to individual players, and how a single confession can reignite passions and debates that bridge sports, identity, and community pride. Sweat's vulnerability has transformed him from a remarkable player into a symbol of loyalty and reflection, sparking a conversation that will linger far beyond the initial headline. Amid all the speculation, one thing is certain. Josh Sweat's career narrative has entered a new chapter, one that blurs the line between professional strategy and personal emotion. Whether this admission leads to a dramatic return to Philadelphia, influences his current team dynamics, or simply becomes a reflective anecdote in the annals of his career, the ripple effect is undeniable. The story is being dissected from every angle as podcasts, YouTube channels, and sports networks explore the potential consequences of his candid words. It is a vivid reminder that behind every trade, contract, and decision, there exists a deeply human story, full of hesitation, hope, and sometimes regret. Sweat's revelation has sparked not only speculation about the future of a single player, but also broader conversations about career satisfaction, personal fulfillment, and the complex choices athletes navigate in pursuit of greatness. In the world of professional sports, where headlines often focus on numbers, stats, and performance, this emotional confession has created a narrative that will resonate for months, leaving fans, analysts, and insiders on edge, wondering what will happen next. Whispers around league insiders suggest that Sweat's admission has opened a door to possibilities that seemed improbable just weeks ago. Analysts are debating whether the Eagles might initiate discreet conversations to gauge interest in a return, or if Sweat's words are simply a public acknowledgement of nostalgia, with no concrete plans behind them. The very act of sharing regret has stirred an unusual energy within the NFL community, as front offices, agents, and commentators attempt to decipher the subtext. Fans speculate endlessly, imagining scenarios where Sweat could rejoin the Eagles' defensive line, complementing existing talent while reigniting the chemistry he once enjoyed. Others ponder whether his statement might serve as a strategic move, subtly influencing negotiations with his current team or signaling dissatisfaction that could precipitate trade discussions. Every interview clip, every tweet, and every social media post is being dissected for hidden meaning, and the rumor mill is spinning faster than ever. In a world driven by statistics and contracts, Sweat's candidness has reminded everyone that emotion and personal connection still carry weight in professional sports, creating a narrative that feels larger than life and impossible to ignore. The broader impact of Sweat's admission on player dynamics cannot be underestimated. Teammates past and present have been thrust into the spotlight, as speculation about locker room reactions and camaraderie swirls online. Social media platforms are flooded with fans tagging players and reliving moments that highlight Sweat's influence, while sports networks replay his best defensive plays, emphasizing the void left by his departure. Analysts are examining whether his regret might inspire other athletes to reflect on their own career choices, potentially influencing decisions about loyalty, free agency, and contract negotiations. The story has transcended the ordinary bounds of player commentary, morphing into a cautionary tale and a conversation starter about the human side of the game. In forums and comment sections, supporters and skeptics clash over whether his nostalgia is genuine or performative, whether it foreshadows a return or is simply an emotional flashback. Regardless, The buzz shows no signs of slowing, as every word Sweat has spoken is being amplified, creating layers of intrigue and anticipation that feed both sports talk shows and fan speculation alike. From a strategic perspective, the Eagles' management might view Sweat's statement as an unexpected opportunity. Re-engaging a player of his caliber could provide not just defensive prowess, but also a narrative boost, reminding fans of the team's history and the emotional bonds that define professional football. Rumors suggest that private discussions behind closed doors may already be in motion, with agents, coaches, and front office personnel evaluating whether a potential reunion is feasible. The complexity lies in reconciling contracts, salary cap implications, and team chemistry, all while managing public expectations generated by Sweat's public admission. Meanwhile, pundits continue to debate the likelihood of such a reunion, offering detailed breakdowns of roster needs, potential trade-offs, and the symbolic value of bringing a former star back into the fold. Fans, in turn, weigh in with imaginative scenarios, analyzing highlight reels and old game footage to argue for or against a comeback. The conversation extends beyond mere logistics, capturing a cultural moment in football where sentiment, nostalgia, and speculation collide to create a narrative that feels as much like theater as sport. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The reaction from current and former players has added a layer of intrigue to the ongoing saga. Tweets from veteran athletes, interviews with teammates, and insider commentary provide glimpses into how Sweat's admission resonates within the professional community. Many empathize with the emotional weight of career choices, sharing stories of personal regret or missed opportunities, which only amplifies the public's fascination with Sweat's situation. Speculation about whether his words might spark a broader trend of public confessions or reflections among high-profile players is rampant, fueling discussions about how athletes navigate the intersection of ambition, loyalty, and personal fulfillment. Sports podcasts dissect every nuance, replaying clips and highlighting moments that hint at hidden motivations or potential consequences. It has become clear that Sweat's admission is not an isolated incident, but part of a larger conversation about the pressures, passions, and reflections inherent in professional sports. Fans eagerly consume every detail, seeking patterns and clues that could suggest whether a dramatic return is imminent or if this moment of introspection will remain just that, a deeply personal reflection shared on a public stage. Meanwhile, fan communities continue to thrive on speculation and creativity. Memes, video compilations, and what-if scenarios dominate social media, as supporters imagine the electric atmosphere of Sweat stepping back onto the Philadelphia field. Fan theories range from practical analyses of defensive strategies to imaginative narratives about emotional homecomings and redemption arcs. Sports commentators and YouTube channels capitalize on this energy, producing content that analyzes possible outcomes, potential team reactions, and even the psychological implications for Sweat himself. This frenzy highlights the symbiotic relationship between players, media, and fan culture, where a single confession can transform into a multi-layered narrative that engages millions. Every post, comment, and discussion thread fuels the rumor mill, ensuring that Sweat's regret becomes more than just a personal revelation. It evolves into a cultural moment, a story that extends far beyond the boundaries of sport, touching on identity, belonging, and the deep emotional resonance of loyalty and homecoming in professional athletics. Ultimately, Josh Sweat's candid acknowledgement of regret has redefined the conversation around player movement and loyalty in professional football. The ripple effects are felt across team management discussions, fan forums, media analyses, and social media speculation, all magnifying the intrigue surrounding his potential next moves. While no concrete decisions have been announced, the mere act of expressing regret has opened doors to endless possibilities, from potential returns to reflective narratives about career choices and personal fulfillment. The story continues to unfold with each passing day, captivating fans and analysts alike, as everyone searches for clues about Sweat's future, his intentions, and the impact of his words on the league at large. In a world dominated by statistics, trades, and performance metrics, this deeply human confession serves as a reminder that emotion, reflection, and personal connection remain powerful forces, shaping the narrative of professional sports in ways that transcend the scoreboard. Rumor, speculation, and anticipation now define the discourse around Josh Sweat, leaving the football community eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this compelling saga. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.